Right guys, I do apologize. I've not been uploading a lot of videos lately. It's the same old excuse slash reason. I've just been super busy making knives and I haven't really had the time to make video content. I do have one build video coming up that is on this knife right here. Hopefully that'll be ready for the weekend. In the past couple weeks, I've been, like I said, super busy with the knives, and then we had a little trip to Fernie. Basically right after I did that knife making, blacksmithing video, we went to Fernie for a few days, and I brought a lot of my camera gear with me, and I was thinking, oh yeah, I should document this and make some real cool videos. But then one of the problems with that is that when you're trying to film everything, you kind of remove yourself from enjoying it quite as much. You know, we'd gone to Fernie as a little vacation. We did some fly fishing, stand-up paddleboarding, and it was amazing. I mean, the little spot that we have, it's a secret spot. It's so gorgeous, and I thought, oh, I gotta capture this. But then I started doing some filming, and then I realized, you know what? Me filming this is taking away from my being in the moment with my family. So needless to say, I thought, you know what? Enough is enough. I just want to enjoy certain aspects of life. And that was like a little mini vacation, a little getaway. And so I didn't do any more filming on that. And then when we got back, I've been super busy with a whole bunch of knives. Actually, right now, I've got a knife, some 4 CPM 154 blades in there. Doing some stainless knives, and then I'm also working on, probably the next video that will come out is going to be heat treating stainless steels and then the cryogenic treatments. I know a lot of you guys have been asking for it. I've been putting some stuff up on Instagram about it, and every time I do anything on Instagram, a little video of it or something, I get like probably 20 or 30 questions within a few hours. Well, why do you do this? Why do you do this? So it's high time to talk about that a little bit on this channel. Hopefully that video will help you guys out, and it should be coming out hopefully in the next day or two. A few other things that have gone on is that I had some issues with my milling machine. I was doing a whole bunch of sanding blocks, and they're fairly taxing. I mean, it's a lot of work for that little machine. And so I actually filmed myself making this quick little repair, and I just didn't get around to editing it. So I don't know what to do with that footage. Other than that, we've been doing some family bike rides on the weekends. Again, I'm not filming those. And then last weekend, actually, we did some rodeo. The Strathmore Stampede was in town. My little guy rode a sheep. And I know that seems like a really long ride, but check out this footage from the GoPro that he's wearing.
Hey. That's good. All right. Way to go, dude. Let's go. Number 2, 1, 6, 3, Good job, buddy.
In real time, it looks a lot quicker, doesn't it? But he did awesome. We had so much fun, and that is always a great time. So I guess that brings us to right here and now. I'm definitely gonna try and get back into the routine and force myself to do some more videos. I've been getting up super early, coming into the knife shop, trying to beat the heat. We've got a major heat wave going on, and it's also really, really smoky right now. It's absolutely disgusting, but I thought, you know what? I just need to get back into it, so that's kind of what this video is. Me going through my day, and yeah. See that haze? Like, I'm not sure if it really shows up here, but this is from like all the forest fires, and it's just smoky. You can smell it. This was like last summer all over again, summer before that. And if you're outside for any length of time, your eyes actually start to burn. On top of that, it's supposed to be 31 degrees today, and we're supposed to actually get to 37 degrees Celsius on Friday. One of the reasons why I'm doing my heat treat in the morning is because I don't want it to get too hot in here in the afternoon. I mean, it's still gonna get hot, but we're at 1,848 degrees Fahrenheit. We brought it up to 1,400 degrees, kind of did like a hold there for 20 minutes. Now we'll go up to 1,950 for 30 minutes, and then we're gonna plate quench. And again, I'm going to be doing a little more information in this upcoming video about heat treating stainless steels. There's a lot to learn, there's a lot to know. I certainly can't fit it all into one video, but the idea behind the video is more just to give you some information. I think it'd be very difficult. First of all, the comments would get crazy, but it's also difficult to explain every single little step because one guy's steps are a little different than the next guy's steps. It's something you're going to need to do a lot of research on. Check out as many heat treat recipes as you can, and if you can figure out the reasoning and the rationale behind those heat treat recipes, that'll help form your own recipes and your own ideas behind heat treating stainless steels. But for those that are curious about heat treating stainless steels and want to know what's involved, I think that video is going to be quite beneficial to you. All right, so these just came out of heat treat. You can see this foil kind of packed itself, kind of shrunk onto there. And that's the reason why I do not like to put paper in my pouches or wood or anything. So I don't think you need to. I just hope this isn't too difficult to get off. Wear gloves, don't want to cut yourself on this. Like it. Oh yes, like that. Beauteous. I bet those suckers are super hard. Oh yeah, that is hard. I'm gonna let these cool down a little more. I want them completely room temperature, which should feel somewhat cool. You know, anytime you've got some steel, you know, you touch steel, it has a slightly coolish touch. These are still just a little bit, they're not hot or anything, but they're a little warm. So I want to cool them off so that they feel like this. And then we will go ahead and put them into the liquid nitrogen. I love this little guy, the sliver. All right, so I'm getting ready to do some jig grinding with the jig. And the one thing I noticed is when I've got my work table here, the steel one, when I'm grinding with the jig, sometimes the jig sticks and it's really starting to drive me nuts. So I have a little solution that I do, and I take these on and I put them off, but this is some stuff that I used to have from a company I worked with, and it's basically, it's Teflon that's like a tape. It's got an adhesive back on it, and you just peel it like this. Again, it's super thin, probably like, I don't know, 32nd or 64th, really, really nice and thin. I just stick it on my work rest like that. And it's kind of funny because 2 pieces is the exact size of my work rest. And it does a couple things. First of all, it gives it a much smoother surface for your grinding jig to move on. But then it also protects it a little bit. It seals it in from the water and stuff like that. So it's pretty cool stuff. I don't always keep it on there if I've got, depending on what I'm grinding. But I've had it off for about a month, and I thought, you know what, with this jig grinding I have coming up, I'm gonna need it again. And now our jig should move across there real good. So obviously I'm quite out of practice because I've been working away all day and I keep forgetting to turn the camera on. But I'm gonna wrap things up here. It is 5:38 in the evening. Let me show you kind of some of the stuff I've got done today. I need to do a little more grinding on this one. I'm not entirely cranked. I mean, the bevels are good, they look good, but they're not as good as I'd like them. Particularly, let me show you. Let me show you what I'm not too cranked about. This grind line to plunge line transition right there, nice little curve. This side is not. So I need to fix that, which actually works out well because the scales only come to about here, and I'm probably going to move this bevel back just a touch, but I need to do that tomorrow when I'm fresh. But this knife is heat treated, and I love these things. Feels so good. And then I got the scales cut out for it. If my camera would notice that, there we go. And so I've got them prepped. Obviously, you have to do this part before you glue it up because you can't really get in there once it's glued to the blade. So this one will get carbon fiber scales, and then these are actually glow-in-the-dark pins. I've got one more pin right here. And then I haven't done any work. I need to do the finish grind on this one. Again, my camera. So I need to finish grinding this one, and I've textured this. I really like the look of that. This should be a good solid chopper. And then I milled out, we did get video footage of milling out these Cocobolo scales. So tomorrow I'll get those profiled. My goal is I'd like to have this sucker glued up tomorrow, so I need to finish off cleaning this up, finish the bevel, and then I want to get that Huaycan finished up tomorrow as well. But before I do wrap up the day, I need to throw my knives, all my stainless blades. Where are they? Uh-oh. Ah, they're right here. I need to throw all these in the liquid nitrogen overnight. And then the Nitro V here. Now, the foil, it kind of welded itself to there, and I found that Nitro V, the foil sticks to it really, really bad compared to like this CPM 154. Works like a champ, comes off right away, no problems. But this is about the fourth knife in Nitro V that I've had the foil stick to. So maybe that would be one advantage of putting paper in there. So I'm pretty happy with the progress I made today. Tomorrow, hopefully we'll get those scales done. We'll have 2 knives done. I can get onto the sheets for those. And then again, our tempering, and I'm really hoping to squeeze in some time tomorrow to film a little video about heat treating stainless steels. Anyways, guys, this is just me trying to get back into the routine, get back into filming what's going on here. There's a lot going on. Right now, I think I've got 9 different knives in progress, and only one of them is a build video. Oh, that's the other thing I'd like to get done tomorrow. These are the scales I'm going to use. I've got these white fiberglass pins. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I hope you have a wonderful day. Cheers. Psych, I'm not done yet. What I thought I'd do is I'd just share a little bit of footage of me throwing those 4 knives into the liquid nitrogen just because it looks so cool. And this to me is one of the most exciting parts about using liquid nitrogen. There's a little teaser about, we'll explain some of this stuff, but just watch this. Cold. As if that is one of the cooler parts about knife making.